Would you rather die with millions in the bank or have a funeral procession that stopped traffic for miles? That question is key to knowing one of the most important things you need to know to have success in life. Stay tuned to Distinctions for Life and find out how. Hi, I'm your host, Ron Davis. Welcome to Distinctions for Life. It's almost cliche to talk about the businessman who climbs the corporate ladder, gets to the top, looks around, and all the most important things aren't really there. But it's a cliche because it's also so true. And it's true in each of our lives. How many times have you decided you wanted something, worked really hard to get it, and when you got there, it wasn't everything you thought it was? And actually, you were just more than a little disappointed. Or do you have the opposite problem? Since you don't know what you want, you're just paralyzed by inaction because you don't know what to do next, you don't know where to go next. See, one of the most important things to know in life is, what do you want? That's the key to success. If you don't know what you want, you can't have it. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey has habit number 2 is begin with an end in mind. And that is a very powerful thing. It shows us where we want to go, because very few, if any, people get where they want to go not knowing where that is that they're wanting to go. Nobody gets where they want to go by accident. And the question at the beginning, that's part of an exercise that Covey gives that I found to be really, really insightful. It really told me something important about where I want to go in life. And that is to write your own eulogy. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in the action steps. Another mistake that people make when they're trying to figure out what to do with their life is they get focused on what they want to have or what they want to do, and they completely miss what they want to be, the kind of person they want to be, what kind of character they want to have. And that's an important thing to remember when you're thinking about how you want to live your life, what you want your life to be. I actually had a bit of an epiphany about this when I was reading Dallas Willard's Divine Conspiracy, which I mentioned in the episode on the Golden Rule. He said that the thing that God gets out of your life is not what you do or what you own, it's who you are. That's the thing that's going to matter in 10,000 years. So when you're trying to plan your life, when you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your life, don't forget to think about what kind of person you want to be. Okay, action step this week comes from Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And it also includes the question from the beginning of the episode. Would you rather have $1 million in the bank when you die, or would you rather have a funeral procession that stops traffic for miles? What we want you to do here is we want you to write your eulogy. Okay, that's what came out of Stephen Covey's book. You want you to write your eulogy and have the different important people in your life come up and talk about you, and you want them to talk about you and say the things that you would like them to say. Once you know what you would like them to say, then you can look at your life and you can say, what kind of person would I have to be? What kind of things would I have to do in order to be the kind of person that would make people say those things? And that puts your life into perspective and gives you a new way of looking at your life, and will help you when you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your life. So that's your action step for this week. Write your own eulogy. Think about your funeral. I know, maybe not the happiest thought, but you know, do you want people to be happy at your funeral? Not happy that you're gone. That would be bad, right? You don't want people to be happy that you're gone, but happy that they knew you and had all these great things to say about you. So think about that a little bit and use that to guide where you want to go with your life. Resources. The resource for this week is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey and The Divine Conspiracy by Dallas Willard. You can get either one of these books and they'll give you a guide into how to look at your life in a completely different way. Knowing what you want to do is a key to living life as the fullest. So until next time, I'm your host, Ron Davis. Live life to the fullest.